Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and today we're going to be talking about Tesla, charging, and any kind of electric vehicle you might need to connect to a charger. Now, you know Tesla this year has sold over 500,000 vehicles in the first quarter of 2023, which is absolutely amazing. So today we're going to show you how to charge your electric car at home with your dryer. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. I'm Brad, and today we have a topic that a lot of people are interested in. How are you going to charge your new electric vehicle? So there's a lot of ways to do it. There's some ways to do it out in public, and then there's ways to do it at your house. What is your best option for charging your electric vehicle? So when you're out in public with your electric car, there's a number of ways you can get that charged. Now, Tesla just announced recently that they're going to allow other cars to use their supercharging stations, which is awesome if you don't own a Tesla. Fortunately, I got a brand new Tesla sitting out there in the garage, and I can pull up to any Tesla supercharger now. The supercharger recognizes my vehicle, starts charging the car, and then just puts it right onto the credit card. But if you have an electric vehicle that's not a Tesla, soon you'll be able to charge there, and it's actually a benefit to Tesla as well because they can earn revenue on their superchargers from other vehicles. So let's say you don't have a Tesla. What kind of charge port do you likely have on your car? Well, there's a number of different charge ports out there, but likely you have a J1772. Now I'm going to put a picture of a J1772 charge port up on the screen for you. If you have a car that directly supports J1772, you're in luck. You can pull up to most chargers except a supercharger and plug that right into your car and charge. Now there's a number of J1772 charging stations out around my house, probably about 10 very local, and then there's more all around Jacksonville. So I don't have an issue finding chargers. If you do have a Tesla and you want to charge your car at a J1772 station, you're going to need a J1772 to Tesla adapter. And I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. All new Teslas are delivered with a J1772 to Tesla adapter, and in my car out in the garage there, it was located in the trunk in a side compartment and was easily found, and it is now sitting in the garage, and I will show you that here in a little bit. There are free charging options out there, if you can believe it. There's dealerships right down the street here that have chargers sitting in front of their dealership that will charge your vehicle for free if they're working and they don't block the spots for their own cars. There's a number of dealerships lined up Atlantic Boulevard here, and about to be another Tesla dealer that you can charge your car at for free. The Tesla, you will not be able to. It will most likely have a supercharger. Hopefully, it will have a supercharger on this side of town. And all the other dealerships you can pull up and charge for free. Let's talk about the different types of 220 volt plugs that are available and can be installed at your house, or you might already have one in your house. So the first one is a Nema 10-30. Now the Nema 10-30 is actually the one that's installed in my garage now, and you may have this same plug in your garage because it's very common for dryers. How do you know a Nema 10-30? Well, take a look at the picture that I'm putting on the screen here. And basically a Nema 10-30 has two crooked prongs and then an L-shaped prong on the bottom, and that plugs directly into your dryer, and that's what supplies the 220 volt power to your dryer. Theoretically, this is a 30 amp plug. However, you'll only be able to get 24 amps of charging out of the Nema 10-30 plug. So let's say you have the Nema 10-30 plug already in your garage, right out here like I do. Well, then you're going to need a way to charge your car, and Teslas do not come with a charger anymore. That's right, $110,000 car, no charger. So there's some options out there. I did choose to get the Splitvolt Nema 10-30 charger. It is a level 2 charger and will pull a maximum of 24 amps from the dryer outlet right out there in the garage, and I'm going to show you that here in a little bit when I actually install the charger. There are other options out there, and you can also get other types of plug installed in your garage. So if you have enough room on your electrical panel out in your garage, and you have enough service coming from the line into your house, you may choose to get a Nema 14-50 installed. That's a completely different looking plug, and I'm going to put that on the screen right here. Now the Nema 14-50 does come with an adapter in the Tesla mobile connector. The Tesla mobile connector will connect to a regular wall outlet like the one down here, or you can use the Nema 14-50 if there is a plug available and you're out traveling. I'm going to put the Tesla mobile connector on the screen right here and a link to it down in the description. So that's another option for you. You can either slow charge with your standard electrical outlet, which is 110 volt and I believe 10 amps, or you can go charge with the Nema 1450 or have a Nema 1450 plug installed at your home. Now, what does it cost to get a Nema 14-50 installed? It's about 600 bucks. It depends on your local electrician, but for me, there was a $600 option, but unfortunately, my panel outside is full. I need a new electrical panel, and they wanted to charge almost $4,000. I opted not to go with that route. So I know what you're asking yourself. You're like, Brad, how am I gonna dry my clothes and charge my car at the same time? So there's a couple of ways you can do this. First, you could use a Nema 10-30 or whatever your dryer plug is, Y adapter. Now what that does is it splits the power off the circuit to two different plugs so you can actually plug both in at the same time. Now there are drawbacks and limitations to that because you can't charge your car and run the dryer at the same time. But there's a solution for that as well, and I'm going to put that on the screen right now. There is a splitter/switch that also allows you to connect both at the same time, and it will actually not allow your dryer to have power while you charge your car. Now Splitvolt also makes this, it's pretty cool. I chose not to do it. I chose just to have the dryer on when I need to dry my clothes and not charge the car at the same time. And you can do that too. Now that we have the Splitvolt charger that came in from Amazon yesterday, we can go right out here in the garage, get it installed, and get the wiring fixed up for you guys right here on Supercar Street Racing. So let's do it. Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the Splitvolt 24 amp charger we're going to take a look at, and we're going to be installing that and see how it works in the Tesla Plaid on Supercar Street Racing. This is the Splitvolt Nema 10-30 charger, and it came in this beautiful bag, which I probably won't use because I have a Tesla mobile connector coming for the car, but this will be permanently mounted in the garage. And so let's see what's inside of this beefy cable. This is the 16-foot version because that's all I need, and pretty good packaging. The box was damaged, however the inside had no effects, and it's got this nice Splitvolt little thing asking you to email them if you have any questions. And then of course here is your charger, and just like most of the chargers, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have much of a pigtail. However, that's okay because it has a 16-foot cord and it doesn't have to go that far. I was hoping I wouldn't have to mount this on the back wall, but it looks like I will mount it right next to the dryer, right off the pigtail, and then take it into the car. So I did return the Lectron charger. It would not do over 16 amps, and so it was a little bit cheaper, like $100 cheaper, and it wasn't worth it. So I returned that, and I got the 24 amp charger, which I will open now. Here's a look at the Lectron on the front with the power light, charge light, fault lights, maximum 24 amps. And on the back, we do see that it has the capability to be mounted right there with a screw, which we will have to use a drywall insert. And then we have our J1772 connector, and I have a J1772 adapter, and this should be a Nema 1030 plug hiding under there that I will open now. Okay, here's the Nema 10-30. I do have a splitter for the dryer, so we will go outside now and get this thing plugged right in. Alright, back behind the dryer, we already have the Nema 1030 splitter there. We are going to go ahead and mount the Splitvolt right next to the washing machine here. The washing machine actually, of course, does not feed the 220 volt circuit, does not need it. It's the dryer on the other side, but we're going to mount this thing pretty close to the splitter right here where it looks good. And first we got to vacuum up all this junk and clean up this back. Alright, I got the area all cleaned out, nice and mopped. It looks way better. So now my plan right here, right now, is to get this charger mounted somehow, and I need to figure out the height that we're going to put it back here as well, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, we got the Splitvolt 24 amp charger mounted on the wall. Now we have to work on some wire management. I am unfortunately almost out of these big clamps, and I don't think the next size up will fit. I'm going to try it. I only got one of those right there, and I've got two of these, and I really need like 3 or 4. It's a complete bummer. None of these other ones will work. Maybe I have something else around here I can use, but I want to get the wire tied up all nice, but I'm not going to be able to use regular screws because the drywall is just going to break out. So got to use inserts and all that, so I'm going to work on that now. I got the clamps installed on the wall there and there. That one's a little bit too big. I'm actually going to go down to Ace and see what they have, but this size is too big for it. It's the size down below that, and I don't have any more. And I want to get something to mount to the side of this toolbox here, or the workbench, to hang the hose on right here so it coils up right on the edge. So I am headed that way to do that now. Headed up to Ace Hardware, the best place on earth. It's pretty close to the house. We're in the Tesla Plaid that I don't fully understand how to operate yet, but I've been having fun playing with it for sure. Just took Susie out for a ride and absolutely blew her mind, and all I can say is this car accelerates at an insane rate that I've never felt in my life. I've had 1,000 horsepower Supra, 800 wheel horsepower, both my Supra and my IS300, and they are slow compared to this car. I can't imagine what a 15 to 2,000 wheel horsepower car actually feels like. It just has to be unreal, because this thing is a beast at 1,020 horsepower, and I don't know how much parasitic loss there is. There's no transmission, so it must put most of that down to the tires. It feels like it does, because I'll tell you right now, I haven't had a car that would even come close to this car. So I might take this thing out to the street races at some point and see how we do, if I can get somebody to go with me and film, because this thing is a beast to drive and film. But yeah, we're headed to Ace Hardware right now. We'll be there shortly. Alright, so this is what it looks like after I got done. We have the Splitvolt charger right there, secured to the wall with cable clamps. It runs along the wall like that, comes down the side of my workbench, and then I installed this nice hook for the cable. Just a word of advice, 16 feet is not enough. If you need to reach all the way across your garage, you would have a problem. I have enough, I think. I did a good enough parking job. Let's see. Yep, I do have enough, and so I have the J1772 adapter right here. I don't have my tripod with me. I'm so mad because I missed a lot of tape filming because I didn't. But this J1772 adapts most public chargers to Tesla, and you can either keep it in your car or keep it on your J1772 at home. If you keep it at home though, you need a second one for the car in case you can't charge with a Tesla supercharger. So this just fits literally right on the end of this, like so. It can only go one way. There's no way to mess this up. And then it goes right to the car. So I'm going to do this now with the other hand because I am filming. The J1772 adapter is on. let's see how the car reacts. All right, the charging port opened for me, and let's go ahead and charge. All right, the blue Tesla logo turned green. Don't know what that means. And it says charge on the split volt, but we will have to get into the car and see what the rate is. It should be 24 amps. We could actually go on the app too, but let's go in the car. So it actually could see it through the window. 5 kilowatt hours, 24 amps. So we can't go any higher than 24 amps with my circuit, but that is what, 17, 18, 19, 22, 8 amps more than I had before. So I'm hyped. This is where you set the charge rate. And so it said 2 hours to fill up, so it'll take 2 hours to get to the tip of the charge. Very cool. So that is the Splitvolt 24 amp level 2 charger for the Tesla, all mounted up and ready to go. I kind of like the charging thing that was on the screen when I closed the door. I'm going to try to get that to come back up so I can show you guys on video. So this is what comes up when you are away from the car. It says charging time remaining 2 hours and 45 minutes, 24 amps of 24 amps, 238 volts, 6 kilowatt hours. By comparison, a supercharger the other day did 62 kilowatt hours. So about 10 times faster would be my guess. But yeah. Looks pretty good. I might put a couple more cable clamps on this over here. There's not much more I can do to clean it up, aside from running something through the wall and plugging it down here maybe or something like that, but I'm not disappointed with this turnout. It's pretty clean. There's really not a better way to do it. This dryer vent already looks like crap over here, so now all I have to do is put my charger right up on this hose reel thingy when I'm done. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's going to be a short one because I didn't video everything I was doing, but we'll see you guys really soon.